Picture yourself in 1992, the year in which Wolfenstein 3D was released. The game that shook up the industry, I feel, because, well, you probably know if you know anything about Wolfenstein 3D and you know anything about DOS gaming in general. Or just gaming. Indeed, Wolfenstein 3D was probably the most influential game of 1992. And then it was followed on by the similarly excellent Doom. But other titles in 1992, we had Space Quest 4, we had Star Control 2, that's widely regarded as one of the greatest strategy games of all time. I think it's a strategy game. You know, I'm not quite sure, I haven't played it myself. What else was released in 92? Ooh. Well, I did have a big list, but I've lost it, so you'll just have to make do with those. I think Aquanaut was released in 92 as well. The Catacombs Abyss as well. So you've got a huge choice, but then you've got Alone in the Dark. And as you can see from these amazing screenshots, well, this game hasn't really aged well, shall we say. Shall we play it? Okay, doesn't even tell us what the game's called, but we know what it's called because we've just downloaded it. We've downloaded the demo. It's 1992. I've downloaded the demo for this fantastic 3D game. Actually 3D. Called Alone in the Dark. It's supposed to be a horror, amazing survival horror game. It's supposed to be intense. Can I start the game, please? Cheers. So, we get to pick a woman who reminds me of Agatha Christie, or a man who doesn't remind me of Agatha Christie. Does look like somebody though. Perhaps, no, I don't know who it reminds me of. Somebody from Cluedo, I think. Well, we'll choose him because I am not a woman. I always pick the men. No black guy though. If there was a black guy, then I'd pick him because black people are cool. On my door, a dull brass plate says Private Detective. Oh, he reckons he's trace a bullet, does he? The few friends I have call me Combi. The others call me the Reptile. I don't care to think what my banker calls me. These days, I leave my letters unopened. Bills and threats to send in the receivers just ruin my day. Oh, and we're just thrown straight in. Do we not get to see the rest of the story? Also, no audio, that's a bit of a worry. Oh, that's why. Because I turned it off. There we go. Well, 1992, think of how Wolfenstein 3D's music sounded. I suppose this is almost on the same level. Just weren't very inventive with it. And also, low resolution, 320 by 200. That's what they had to deal with back in the day. So, Alone in the Dark. Oh my god. Look how slowly he walks. Right, you can walk around with a really bad posture. I mean, look at this guy's posture. And you can also run if you're walking and then you press. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll take the oil lamp. Cheers. Now, here we go. I shall run towards here. I know what to do here. There's actually a monster that pops through the window if you're not careful, but there is a way to get rid of it. Of course, you have to deal with these hideous camera angles. I mean, whoever came up with these is a bit of an idiot. So you get to this menu by pressing return, and from here you can choose to fight, open/search, close and push. And I think what they were doing here was they were trying to make a point and click without actually pointing or clicking. You can see, oh wow, I can reload my oil lamp. Well, how about that? So, what I want to do is push. I think that monster's coming through the window now, actually. Heave-ho! Yep, we can see it coming. It's alright. I'm gonna push this thing in front of the window. If it responds, oh come on. Alright, I can't push it anymore, so I've just got to run. Right, well, now you get to see the amazingly intuitive combat system that this game has. Return, fight. Here we go. Right, you ready? Hold space to get into a fighting stance and then hold up. Oh, take a hit, of course. But you can kick the thing in the face. Look at that animation. I mean, I know this is early 3D stuff, but come on, lads. At least put a bit of effort in. Look at that kick! I'm sure you can do better than that. Well, I have to say this is the most tedious combat I've ever seen in any game. And it's even worse than Minecraft. I was discussing Minecraft's combat with Joe earlier, and well, it's its weakest point, let's say, but even it feels like Civ 4, and it's quite in-depth combat, he says, thinking about how it is pretty much just random number generation. What am I on about? What game has a good combat system? What game has a really good, strong combat system? Just think about that while you watch this, because this is not a strong combat system, and whoever put it in, I mean, I can see what they were trying to do. They were trying to make a tense game, they were trying to make it so that fighting wasn't exactly the best option, but, I mean, I'm doing a flying crane kick here, and flipping keeping him away as best as possible. He's not even doing a damn thing to me. He's bitten me once in the leg. Oh, now he's dead. So that's fine. It'll explode in a puff of smoke. There we go. Frame rate, by the way. My computer is definitely powerful enough to take this game on. Right, so actions push. Come on, let's push this in the way of the window, because otherwise another one will come through the window. Yeah, really. It's unrelenting, is this game. And then we've got to do the same over here, by the way, because there's a zombie that comes up through that trapdoor. Yeah. Yep, here he is, Chucklehead. So I've got to fight again. Yep, there's the music. Oh, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? You ain't ready for nothing. So, I just hold down up again. Might have to make a jump cut here, because this combat is not something that anybody wants to watch. Get out of here. And I just heard the window smash. Did you hear the window smash? I'm pretty sure I did. But that thing hasn't come back. Why did the window smash and the thing hasn't even there? The cupboard's in the way. God. As I said, I can see what they were trying to do. They were trying to make this tense survival horror game. And it was, I mean, it was the first of its kind, I'm sure. Definitely. I mean, it must be the precursor to stuff like... Where's that music? Why is that music? It's a bit unsettling, actually. Yeah, oh yeah, there's the window smashing again, but the monster hasn't even appeared. Alright, quick. You see, this game requires you to be quick, but it's not got the facilities for you to be quick. Well, there it goes, exploding in a puff of smoke, dropping the frame rate significantly. Oh, don't run, man. Right, come on, can we do this? Push! God, that pushing animation isn't really... The animations in this are shocking. Come on. Come on, push! There we go. Now the zombie can't get up. Hooray! So, no more monsters, I think. Oh, there's the music again. That monster, that first monster that you see is a bit unsettling, isn't it? It's got a really horrible design. Right, so, oh, what the hell? What the hell? What? Can you see that trap door? Oh god, the camera angles. Camera angles. Okay. We've got to deal with that music happening and that window smashing over and over and over, by the way. Because the game obviously isn't designed to actually work properly. Right, so I'm going to stroll up to this chest. Hold space, because I'll show you. I've selected open search. Right. So now, well, I don't want to be right close to it because I want to show you this. Oh god, the music again! It just makes me jump every time I hear that. Oh god, I can see it behind the... Flipping hell. Did this game go through any QA? I mean, it's functional, certainly, but it's... Anyway, hold space, and he lurches forward like a zombie before he reaches the chest, and he's not even searching it. Oh, come on, man. There we go. Find a rifle. It's a really, really fat rifle. Well, I'll cheers that. Thank you. And now I stroll along here. The camera angles are just crap. I mean, if I go over here, I'm sick of this music now. Just keep resetting. If I go over here, I mean, at least he hasn't changed direction at all. But I can barely see him now because he's all the way over there. Oh, can I? I'm gonna turn the flipping music down. It's doing me a din. In fact, I'm tempted to. Oh no. If I turn it off, then I won't know when there are new monsters in next rooms, although I'm not sure I can be bothered. Let's search the bookcase, shall we? See if there's anything useful. Well, oh, found a book. Well, how about that? Because the story is that some Gigglebones hanged himself, and we're going to find out why. But for some reason, all these monsters are invading his house. I don't stink now. Let's read the book. Fragment. Oh no, I've got to read it in the Brooklyn accent, haven't I? Fragment of the Myth of the Golden Fleece. Translation: Edouard de Villeurbanne. Hesperide Publications. Oh god, there's loads. Then Perseus came across Ixias, who had been turned into stone. He spoke to his companion and said, "Beware of the Medusa. He who looks into their eyes is doomed to the same fate as which befell poor Ixias, and which will never more set eyes on Sephiroth. Must we go blindfolded?" Now I can't be bothered with that voice. I'm not very good at it. I'm sure with practice I'd get better, but trace a bullet. Asked Emelops. "Take up your bronze shields and polish them until they flash in the sun," answered Perseus. Oh, this is a boring Greek myth. Greek myths are rubbish. Norse myths are where it's at, even though I'm pretty much the same. Whatever. "Fill your hearts with courage, May. Artemis guide us as though we were on an arrow from her quiver." Notice the crinkled paper texture. Notice how it's far too textured, if you know what I mean. The text doesn't really fit well with the texture of the paper. But Emelops was not satisfied. "Why do that, Perseus? You know what, I don't flipping care. Does this have anything to do with the game? It's far too long. I'm in this tense atmosphere. You don't want me to be reading a massive book. I haven't got the patience." Right, well, let's stroll over here. You think a private investigator would have a snub nose or something, wouldn't you? Actually, where is this set? I've only just thought. Look at that moustache. Cop all over that moustache. Okay, I can't go over here. It's a bit hard to tell where you're actually supposed to go. It doesn't give you any clues. And I mean, I'm not a big fan of games hand-holding it. Oh, look at the window, here comes the monster again. Here comes the smashed window. Yeah, but no monster because it's blocked up! Stupid game. Oh no, here we go. Right. Ugh. Stroll towards the door, man. Okay. Can we open the door? I don't think so. No, he's just lurching around now. And now he's completely hidden from you. That's no good. In a game such as this where you can't change the camera angle, you don't want your character to become hidden from view at all. Can I search the rocking horse? No, I can hit it though. Alright, well, I'm a bit stuck. Oh, actually, is there anything in the cupboard that'll help? Go, go, go! Might be a key or something. Captain Keys. Open search. Oh, there we go. What's in here? An old Indian cover. That's what we in the trade call a rug. No need to be so verbose about it, pal. Oh, that piano looks a bit ominous. There's no use. Push. Can I push the piano to play it? I suppose technically you're pushing the keys, aren't you? Maybe I'm supposed to punch it. Nope. Looked like he was going to start playing it, actually. That's how people play piano, isn't it? They sort of put a whole lot of force into it. Ein klein Nachtmusik. Open search. Nothing here! You don't say. I want to play it. It looks like most of the keys are missing, actually, from that piano. So, again, picture yourself as if you were in 1992. Would you rather play Wolfenstein 3D or would you rather play this? Because, I mean... Oh, actually. Now, let's just have a think. I mean, this would be a whole lot better if it wasn't in 3D. If they'd done it in 2D, if they'd done it sort of an isometric thing, that would have made the game so much stronger, don't you think? Because then it'd be clear where you were supposed to go, it'd be smooth, it would probably have better graphics. I mean, obviously, they wanted to pioneer in the 3D aspect, but, I mean, did they really need to? That's the big question. Nothing important. Anything could be important, we don't know that. Okay, well, I'm stuck in this one room. Oh, I can search the horse to make it rock. Well, I'm just going to do Thriller then. Actually, while we're up close, I can show you the proper... I can show you some real fighting moves. Here we go. So the fighting, I didn't really explain this properly before, but... because I was in a bit of a pickle, obviously. But you hold space to get into this fighting stance. I mean, how much more mincing could you get? It looks like he's doing the drunken fist. But then you can use the arrow keys to do different fighting moves. Up is kick. I said up is kick. You have to hold it down though. Because if you do that, if you don't hold it down for long enough, then he just sort of does that instead. You have to hold it down for the duration of the animation. So you can do yourself a really mincing kick that looks so weedy, wouldn't hurt a banana, put it that way. And you can do, you call that a punch? It's very long, it's very short range punch is that. Maybe it's supposed to be a heavy punch. But then you've got that would probably hurt your arm more than it would hurt the enemy. It seems to be moving forward with that punch as well. Backwards is the kick again. It's the same kick. Yeah, it's the same kick. So, this guy's obviously had no training. I love the way he turns around. He turns his whole body look. His pivot point seems to be his front toe, although... Yeah, here comes the music again. Yes. Right, well... you know, this might be the extent of the shareware episode. Because this is obviously the shareware version. No way am I paying for this game, it's terrible. Looks a bit like Mr. Dursley from Harry Potter. It looks like the Lego one at any rate. I have him somewhere. I'm going to take out the rifle. It's a very tiny rifle, look. Yeah, actually it's really tiny. So, yeah, you can either play Wolfenstein 3D that's been polished, it's been made to perfection, it's been put together with absolute knowledge of what they want to do and how they want to do it. Well, Alone in the Dark obviously had that same aspect and same knowledge, but doing it in 3D was definitely a bad move. Very bad move. Because they've ended up with this really slow-paced game. Obviously it's supposed to be slow-paced, but the game actually runs slowly. Even on a machine like this, even in DOSBox, which is supposed to emulate a fairly powerful machine from back in the day, it runs like Crysis 3 would on a PC from 2005. It's just not a very well made game. Despite being a pioneer, it's not a very well made game. It's a relic, and obviously things built on top of it, but today it's not really worth playing. It's not worth playing at all. I have no idea about the other Alone in the Dark games, might have a look at them later on. But if they're scarier than this, well, I don't really do well with scary games, so I might have to give them a miss. Also, he goes completely stiff when he's got the rifle out. So obviously he knows how to aim, he just doesn't have any unarmed training. Right, well, that was Alone in the Dark. Released in 1992 by Infogrames? I think that's what they're called. Developed by somebody else. If you want to try this game out, I'll put a link in the description. Please press like if you like the video. The hell was that? Did you hear that? That was a bit creepy. Okay, well, I'm done. So, I'll see you all next time. Cheerio.